So the big thing that happened in the last week was Daredevil. He's officially back
Yep.
100% where he belongs, Marvel Studios, Disney. And for people going, but he always was. Sort of, yes. If you go back and look at the old Bob Iger announcement, which I went back and looked at when they announced that they were first making that partnership with Netflix, they still produced the series under ABC, Marvel
Hmm.
involved and everything. But as the contract continued, they did the same thing they did with characters like Ghost Rider and the Fox characters. Netflix essentially owned the characters outright, which is why they couldn't appear in the movies or anything unless Disney wanted to show out a huge amount of money to make these TV characters appear. So it would have worked against them, so that's why they didn't. Now Disney owns Daredevil and everything of his again, all his characters, villains, and all that. So who knows what happens next? That's what we're going to talk about here. I think we're both excited, right? Like, I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yes, you know,
100%.
like I love Daredevil, one of my favorite, just like characters in most of Marvel, I would say. So like, it's good to see that he's back where he belongs, but now that part of me that's like, well, are they gonna do something with him? That's the part I'm like, like,
100% yes. They
you,
are not gonna let that go.
he's the most profitable of all. Him and
Hmm.
Punisher. That's the
Yep. Yep.
profitability, right? Like,
Yep.
oh, I mean. So, what do you think? First off, what's your feelings on this, Mitch? How do you feel about it? What do you want them to do, and how do you think they'll do it?
I'm happy he's back. Well, quote back. He wasn't really gone. He was just like, oh, moratorium period. We can't use him.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm gonna say give it till around like March, and you'll hear something. That's my guess.
Are we on the same wavelength of possibly Moon Knight connection or She Hulk? Like,
I mean, I mean, why not? Like they're in the same vicinity.
yeah.
Half of the appeal of comic books and superheroes is that, oh look, all these people are together.
Well,
I know it's not the case with Spider-Man. People hate that, but
yeah.
it happens.
Well,
Like,
that's
guess
the
what?
thing. Like, if you watch the Defender series, right? Constantly, they're like, "Wait, what do you mean? There's a bulletproof guy a couple blocks up." Well, yeah, I'll go investigate that once I'm done with my own problems fighting ninjas. And then the other guy's like, "Wait, what do you mean? There's a dude who's a monk or what?" The
Mm,
MCU's getting to that point where New York is going to be filled with all these heroes from different TV shows. At some point, somebody's gonna have to be like, so how about that man without fear that's on the news, huh? Like the Daredevil. Like they're gonna have to do something with them. You would
yeah,
assume. Like
100%.
uh,
So I've got no doubts they'll bring him back and they'll instantly make some kind of connection, like straight off the bat. They'll be like, hey, here's She-Hulk. Like,
mm-hmm.
why would you not have She-Hulk in there? They're both lawyers. It
Yup.
makes way too much sense. The big thing I want to know is what are they going to do with the back catalogue?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to assume, this is kind of assuming, that they're going to not do what season 4 was going to do, because that's
Mm-hmm.
a Netflix thing, but they're going to get the people, they'll get the exact same people back who are going to do season 4. They'll pick up right where they left off. If it all works out, they won't have to soft reboot it. If they do, it'll kind of be like a
Yeah.
soft continuation of it. It's like, hey, here's
And
Bullseye again. Like,
if
we're going to do this
people
route.
if people doubt that that can happen, they did it with X-Files 3 times. Got the original cast all back together in a span
Yep.
of like
Yep.
15 years, maybe even 20 at this point. So it can happen. Don't worry about it. Money
As I
talks.
say, all we can say is there's a reason why D'Onofrio's pushing for the same Daredevil stuff.
Right? Yep.
There is a very big reason why. So yeah, I think in an ideal world they want that back catalogue back of everything. They want all those shows back because let's be honest, it's theirs.
Yeah.
Yes, Netflix put up the 3 sandwiches that they paid them to make the thing, but they want their work back. So ideal world they can just pick up where they left off and carried on. Not so ideal. They soft reboot with the exact same people. They hint towards what came before, but
Right.
no,
And
just carry on.
this also takes it back to the conversation that got started when Bob Iger was talking about the acquisition of Fox, and he specifically mentioned Deadpool being R-rated. He says they have new outlets like 20th Century and FX and Hulu now to further explore darker Marvel characters. So maybe they bring back Daredevil. They don't need to put him on Disney Plus. You can make him just like Deadpool is not going to be a Disney movie, he'll be a 20th Century movie. Why not just do that with Daredevil and some of the other characters and put them on a Hulu or a FX, right? Like, I mean,
right.
it's
if we go back to their whole Hulu worldwide launch, it's not called Hulu. They're using some other name.
Yes,
for what they're
yes. I
call
can't remember what it
else.
is though.
No, it's some dumb thing that no one knows. It's like, well, people have heard of Hulu, Disney.
Right.
People in the UK watch Hulu with a VPN. Like,
Yep.
We know exactly what it is because we can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, this show's on Hulu. It's like, great, cool. Well, when are we going to get it? But Disney Plus is the name.
Yep.
Everyone worried about it. It's like, hey, look, we have Moon Knight on Disney Plus.
Well, that's true.
They're not going to tone down Moon Knight. Like, you're not going to have like hard R Moon Knight. You don't need a hard R.
You don't.
You can do everything with Moon Knight in PG-13.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Like, Moon Knight doesn't need to be walking around saying like fuck 12,000 times.
Yeah.
That doesn't make anything good. So you're gonna get you'll get it on Disney Plus.
Well, here's the thing.
Look at their sub numbers right now.
I was gonna say their sub numbers are ridiculous. And remember, the same person that came out and said, "Hey, by the end of the year, we're gonna have a premium section of Disney Plus where they're looking to put Mulan," also said a couple months ago, Disney, due to the huge amount of subs, is looking to add a adult R-rated or higher section of Disney Plus that you would have to like enter in a key to enter that section if you want. So I'm starting to believe that probably will happen because their numbers are so ridiculous. If they were to add that and say, hey, if you just want to watch the Deadpool movies, click that section and there they are. That's honestly, God.
Like,
the amount of content they could toss on there. Oof.
Didn't they find the source code for that?
Yes. Yup.
Because people have got into the whole code of Disney Plus. That's how they thought that WandaVision was coming out November 27th.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that changed. So I'm pretty certain they found the code there for like maybe not an adult section, but like a more mature or a rated section. You could probably call it.
Which that honestly, I mean, if they're 5 years ahead of sub numbers now, if they were to tell you, hey, all those like, you know, more adult-oriented movies and TV shows that were maybe on Hulu because we couldn't put them on here for now, they're now on here, like, damn, like their numbers would skyrocket again. So
because I firmly believe that before Hulu was part of the plan, that's why it was bundled in.
Yep.
There's been no traction on Hulu whatsoever.
They've almost downplay it now.
Yeah, but plans have 100% changed. They're all in on Disney Plus. They know it's the bigger brand. They know people are going to get that. Like, if they put anything on Hulu and it goes worldwide, you're not going to get the same numbers.
Well, if Hellstrom did anything, it killed Hulu, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. I forget that even came out. Same. I had no one talk about that show.
No. I had like 3 people talk about it. I'm like, stop, please. You're embarrassing me. Come on. Not even I'm this much of a freaking like mark for this crap. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I think to whimper out on for Marvel TV.
Yep. So
at least they got MODOK covered, but like, you know, you're not going to see. Well, you might see MODOK on Disney Plus. I wouldn't be surprised if that does well.
Yeah, maybe. So, I mean, with Daredevil back, hopefully they have a trajectory for him. Hopefully they can include all this stuff. There is also that interesting topic of people talking about the streaming rights and how some Netflix shows, despite being Netflix originals, have also showed up on other places because of agreements and things. So
that's only a recent thing because Netflix need the money.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if Disney went after and were like, we're just going to get all these shows and toss them into our adult section. Like,
So I can tell you right now, they've been after those things since day one of the cancellations.
yeah.
They've wanted that backlog back.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
Will,
content.
will they get it? Possibly. I don't know if Disney will pay for it now with everything going on, but
I mean,
hey, we'll find out.
Wait and see, exactly. So that's that. More Daredevil news, hopefully.